the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Wasifo a release omo results over 400,000 students and are failing. Yesi uyi inkwala omkotro exams baako mienu miensa and 9 1 out of 4 and I fail core mathematics. Once omo fail social studies cry esote from 70% about 50%. English so eswate about 40%. Inti failure na de ekosro pa ama over 400,000 students enya F9 epache se omo ntimi ntoaso enko university and tertiary ejeso omo tro research and aso omo ko ekoye Novdek. And Dr. Yaw Adutwum, former education minister, Nsem-Pii say previous administration not omo the allowances emma teachers, omo the allowances emma matrons, emma omo yeden eboa, emma one omo pay omo ye extra classes. No teachers need provide that extra classes. This current Ministry of Education a cancel sa allowances ni now. Enti enye ne wanwa say students no afeli. Obi ewe kosi senso ene Nagrat president edin komo because teachers no ene chere nkwala na de. Enti nkwala na failure in as much as a failure of nkwala no esanso a failure of teachers. Enti almost chere madwin the entia nkwala no over 400,000 students omo control WAEC no omo failure. Yengotie Dr. Yaw Adutwum, former education minister, we are near interview of Obi and Angel Kabonu, the current president for Nagrat.
Intervention grant allowance. Some find the after school program, a day before school. No one from one palam. She said, "Na sa yababu for na wo for musika before see ebebano. We are for now with scan. We put you for extra classes. Yabai na so baby. Yempesa onyeni so ebe na ono for extra classes. Any chess come teachers. Emma headmasters nyebi. Even cooks almost school nyebi. Some from one palam no one prepare for the exam. And this program also muntia. Professional allowance, and so in Paleo, we found for Casa, independent via mathematics and Kunta. We independent via Mubaku Enya F. Say, and not saying as I say about never say we can do. As I have you, near that 12 months, near say woman, meaning say people in the Yanya market. Say Ghana versus have your mind, MPP.
Reflection of the performance of our students.
Yeah, but that would be difficult to take because from where you sit, Angel, you have to be scientific in your analysis. If you say just for Chini because what kind of trust I say this year the end of the year a true reflection. Now, what do you mean?
Well, I'm not making any comparison.
No, I'm not talking comparison. See, this year the end of the year a true reflection. In the last year the end of the year, last 2 years the end of the year.
I'm talking about 2025.
Yes.
Result now about a reflection of the students' performance. Now
last year they made a reflection of them.
I don't have any reason to believe say teachers and tradi and now say Ubidinsa Aka results are not the in the performance of control so marking
Nsem-Pii FM.
And don't forget teacher for the marking. And I WAEC this result na abba. So speculations now echo round. No, maybe I don't have any evidence to the speculation that is going on.
Yeah, but you would also agree, say every year results are ebano. A reflection of that year exams, no, and I'm a
anything I say for WAEC.
Okay, into for example, yen share course bit is social studies. Social studies because to many and only of all the core subjects, I know na enye din bebre enti enye din bebre. No, as far as I am concerned.
No, you see, but
that's just by the way. I mean,
difficult.
Say again.
Is English difficult?
On the basis of results, but that's English now. Well, even this year, despite the abysmal winning, English looks a bit better.
But is it not the English?
And they try all the other way.
And they try social studies.
I get you. I get that point. With
a little bit of thinking and fact.
Yeah, I get that point. But so we share trend now because we say I spoke about being scientific because for us as intellectuals, and you agree with me, say for such results, to analyze it well, we share trends, and you cannot take 1 year in isolation. It is a we share social studies in 2023, 76.76% pass rate, 2024. 71.53%. Over 2025, which is this year, a drop here by 55.82%. That's a 20 percentage point drop.
Obi.
And what would you ascribe this to?
Obi. In 2023,
yes,
those who wrote this exam were in Form 1.
Absolutely.
In 2024, those who wrote this exam were in Form 2. They were taught by the same teachers. The curriculum is the same. So what miracle or demonic infestation took place for students who had been taught by the same teacher for 2.5 years? And don't forget, this exam were written in May, June.
Yes.
So, what does that tell me say? Teacher now trained for 2023, 2024. The BSI now. So you see, let's look at it. Anka the BSI 5 years after. But here is a case where in 2023, these students were in Form 1. What has changed?
Yeah, but because the right people to speak to on this, and confirm was saying you didn't come about this, more for what do you think, in your estimation, what do you think, looking at all the factors now, has caused this?
Obi, what I think, I can't say it on radio.
Hey. And how do we make progress, Angel?
No. You see, because you asked me what I think, or I can say things on radio based on demonstrable evidence available to me.
Okay.
Not only evidence, but the evidence in my part have to be demonstrable to absolve myself of any blame and accusation. But what I think, it is impossible to say it on radio.
Okay, let me share with you Obi Adrentre, where a Professor Kweku Asare, and he makes the point, sir, after analyzing all the numbers, because Oshe core mathematics are a drop from 66.86% in 2024 to 48.73% in 2025. That is a pass A1 to C6, which is the required grade that we here to move to tertiary. That's a nearly 20 percentage point drop in just 1 year. More than 114,000 students scored F9 in core mathematics. And we know, or say this is not a dip, it's a collapse. That's for core mathematics. Over integrated science 2023 66.82%, 2024 58.77%, 2025 57.74%. Into year after year, you can see say a drop in kakra. Uber social studies American say a 21-point decline in just 2 years. As we speak, more than 122,000 students failed social studies in 2025. Only English, and I say a study kakra. Ono say these numbers suggest something fundamental is not working in the way we are educating our children. When mathematics collapses by nearly 20 points in 1 year, when science keeps sliding backward, and when social studies loses more than 20 points in 2 years, it is not the students who have failed. It is the system that is failing them. Something in our teaching methods, in our supervision, in our learning environment, resource allocation, or curriculum delivery is simply not working. And until we confront this honestly, no amount of religious or disciplinary debate will fix the deeper rot. And he ascribes this to
What is the profession of the gentleman you mentioned?
Professor Kwekwasare. Also a teacher name or a teacher need to say University of Florida in the US of A. That's at the tertiary level. He's a professor of accounting, yes. But why you don't agree, sir? Something is wrong with our teaching methods, our supervision, our learning environment, resource allocation.
You see, you cannot use a difference of 6 months to conclude a systematic failure that will affect people who have gone through an educational system for 3 years. I don't know how scientific that conclusion can be. Because I said, the people whose results is under review were in school in 2023 when we said the result was relatively good. They were in school in 2024 when we said the results was relatively good. The same teachers, the same school, the same environment. What cataclysmic act took place within a difference of 6 months to cause a 20% down performance of a people? I have a difficulty to align myself with the conclusions of the professor.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be also strange, based on the same premise, to then, because initially you either blamed it or attempted to blame it on the double track, say student need because school 2 weeks, no mama crying. Because over the past 3 years, or more actual exams now with these guys in school, still went through double track and so why were you blaming it on double track then?
Obi,
me too.
You have interviewed me for many years.
Sure.
Don't you realize that today I am not able to tell you something?
I say want to mean kasa who cry me mama.
Yes. Because I just can't open my mouth because I'm talking already.
Oh, it's also because it's about your members. Nagrad members in among trad ye mu at the trainer a suspect kakra.
Baby, say ya na trad ye no 2023 ni 2024. About the same all of a sudden. Time I say ya experience the mono and I ain't even trad ye.
Nsem-Pii FM.
Because Charlie, social studies ne call mat drop ne
Obi. Obi. Me the person will give you an effect. The results as presented.
Yes.
The results as we are discussing is the true reflection of the performance of our students this year. And let nobody chide him or herself that Ghanaian students are good and are good and are good. Somebody finished a university and was posted to a secondary school to teach mathematics in Accra. The headmistress of that school decided to test the teacher in Form 2 mathematics because the teacher was posted to teach mathematics and the teacher failed the Form 2 mathematics test. It happened in Accra not too long ago. So when somebody uses other means to go through the system, the system will find you out at during the time that you are supposed to work. I'm saying someone who has gone through the system, presented a certificate of mathematics, was posted to a school in Accra. The headmistress told the HOD to test the teacher in Form 2 mathematics. The teacher failed the Form 2 mathematics woefully.
Wow. I am a bit I'm a bit constrained, on the questions and I'm a person because clearly my favorite NAGRAD president, Angel Kabono, is not willing to really.
It's not able.
No, you are not willing to. You are just not willing to really deal with the fundamental issues across society, because I am a bit scared, say, in the subsequent years, what might happen. And we found the education minister, for example, says tablet ayediama nkwalani mpono. The ministry is trying to recall some of the tablets, because in Kulaninya access they share pornographic stuff rather than so they searching neoma ebeboa amometimi esua de. Enti really
that is true. School near school St. Mary's.
Yes.
Something ago na yedi professional be buying or the lock be so. Not girl by coming boni. She was able to get antidote and broke the code.
The code.
Within minutes. A student. The children we are dealing with, and time we are dealing with people who are born with computers and mobile phones. Pornographic media and the crowd. These are the lights.
And the
any Kitwumu Krana Minister Eka.
And I think the breakdown in discipline in our senior high schools, and now the chickens are coming home to roost because
absolutely, absolutely. Look, these days the school environment itself is not safe. The school environment itself is not safe. School be was such a little crowded, main boarding.
Yes.
Before me pay answer. My and yes St. John's.
Oh, intimate yes St. John's.
And yes St. John's.
Intimate yes St. John's.
And now, teacher, how when schools come to students come to school, they check their transfer and
yes.
And boy be the tortoise. As you said, this wapi tortoise in the not knowing teacher name men of fat tortoise back home. Edition no. Or the share no. So no, say. Don't take it. Why? Not knowing it has been laced with marijuana.
A wheat of it and not the school.
A wheat of it.
Oh. SS.
Yes. I mean, the examples are many and varied.
I was
students learning, they are not learning.
And your Dominic school here will call Takra there.
About GSCS and
oh, that made them in can school be more school be.
And so on and so forth. Many issues. Right. But results media. When you said the resolve of teachers,
yes,
to ensure discipline are performed.
Yeah, that's something you didn't come over and over again.
It has gone down.
Again, because of wholesale progression from Form 1 to Form 2 and you didn't come over. But Angel, the question then will be, despite all these issues now, our over the years, no? Why were we seeing better result at least in the last 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? What was happening? The result and what changed? And the result way.
Obi, you are coming back to my point of difficulty. Wow.
And teacher motivation was so in the and as motivation every.
That is not it. That is not it.
And I said, President Mahama Khan last year during campaign period, they said the students were allowed to cheat and not to results. No, is that it?
Obi, I'll answer you by saying the students who have been out for all the years that you are mentioning are no better than those who came out yesterday. They are no better.
In other words, no, they were allowed to cheat. And no, results.
They were lucky.
Luck?
Maybe. But they were, in fact, to be more serious with you, they are no better students generally than those who have just come out.
Angel, my
brother.
My nurse, I am sad. I mean, because I don't see a way clear. And maybe next year it will be worse. From the air course radio, next year it will be worse.
By next year, na handing over as Naga.
It's a bit made in Komoyi.
But the see idea.
Angel Mate, may I not see Bibiani a Bessia by the Dinko Mobile? Why?
We miss me.
Yeah, that's a pie. I could see signs.